Hi and welcome back to the course. In this video we're going to look at deleting an item. We've gone through the most complex part of this app, which was authentication, and now we're just going to be adding a few more endpoints to make sure that everything sticks together, and then we'll be done. To add deletion of items, you know that the HTTP verb is delete, so you can probably guess what the method is going to be. And then because this is inside the item resource, this has to have a name as well, and that is what we're going to be deleting. Okay. Now, what's going to happen now is a bit of an interesting Python sort of event that happens very often and is a very bad problem to debug. And it's the following. We're going to say that items, our items list, is a list of the result of filtering on a lambda, where the name is not equal to the name that was passed in. Okay. So before we were doing this filtering just like that, but we were looking for one specific element. Now we're looking for all the elements except one, and that one is the one that's going to get deleted. So what we're going to do essentially is overwrite our items list with a new list that is all of the elements except the one that was deleted. Do you spot any errors here? Anything that you think might cause an error? And to be fair, at first I didn't either, but Python is quite funny. Items is being used here. So what's going to happen is that we are going to filter, and we're going to use the items variable to filter. However, Python's going to think that the items variable is only defined here. So it cannot possibly use the variable before it has been defined. Python's going to think that we're using the variable's value to define the variable's value, and that's kind of like defining a word using the same word that you're trying to define. You cannot do that. And that happens because we've called this variable here items. So it's going to think that we're creating a new variable items that is only going to exist inside this method. This is going to be a local variable. That's normally what happens. When you create a variable, that variable is a local variable that only exists in the method or the block that you created. However, we don't want to use that variable, we want to use the global items variable. So then we just have to do that. Say global items, and what that does is it says the items variable in this block is the outer items variable. Okay, saved you a lot of pain there. And then what we're going to do is say return item deleted. And that's it, really. That is going to delete the item because it's going to change the database to not have that item anymore. Now, we could go into Postman and give it a go. And remember that when we change the app, the app restarts, or we can restart it, but it restarts on its own anyway. So none of the items are going to be there. We can get the items, and you can see it's empty. So what we're going to do is we're going to post a new item, a new piano, and that creates the piano. And then we can get our list of items, and there you can see the piano is in there. And the last thing we're going to do to verify that everything works is we're going to delete it. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen when we press send? What's going to come out? And you're correct. The message item deleted comes out. We have no proof that it has been deleted, but we kind of have to trust that it has been deleted, but we can still call the get items endpoint to verify, and you can see that it's no longer there. So that's everything for this video. We've managed to delete an item, and I'll see you in the very next one.